normally starts outside of our squadron building. Actually, it starts a lot earlier than this with an early morning wake up, a dark drive, big cup of coffee, and listen to the radio. Right across the street from the flight line, there's one of our airplanes over there. I'm not flying it today. I'm just going to go on TWA. What a way to go to war, huh? Oh, he made it to Westover on TWA. Actually flew into Bradley, stopped in St. Louis, and saw my dad. A little bit of the flight line at Westover here. A couple C-141, C-5s waiting out there. We're going to ride on the C-5 headed to our home. Inside the hangar, the Red Cross has got it all set up for the soldiers to pick up some packages before they leave and go over there. They got it all set up for the jazz. Not many people in here right now, but there are in the morning. Well, sign of the times there, a Christmas tree with map of Saudi Arabia in the background there. It's Saudi duty time. There's the guys at the Red Cross Center. Let's see which one of these headlines is actually more true. Maybe if that works out, I'll actually be back to civilian life pretty soon, huh? Out at the plane, pretty low with the APU going, but there's a typical cruise bags. We're gonna have to put them up that ladder. There's a bag drag train, man, throwing it all up those stairs. Take a real quick tour of the airplane. Now we got to go up those steps so we can get upstairs to the top. First set of ladders, you got to go up another one to get up in the cockpit here. Hello. Break in on the engineer here, right in the middle of everything. And you can see looking forward from the engineer station out there, the pilot's getting ready to start our engines here. Co-pilot getting ready to move the flaps up, getting ready to start the engines again. And the pilot's starting the engines over there. Looking back from the cockpit area, you can see down the hall, here comes the scanner up the door that we just came up. How you doing? We can walk to the back now and see what it looks like back there in the back of the airplane. Way back, we got the bunk room. Ah, what a fine looking facility this is. Yeah, I'm telling you. Come up to the crew rest facilities here. We got a nice little table for playing cards, eating dinner, whatever. The other side is just some crew rest seats. We can see now looking forward up there, there's the cockpit way up there. Hope nobody's in here. Here's the bathroom. Oh, the back we got a galley, oven, you know, all that kind of fine stuff. There's the missing $5,000 coffee maker. The way at the back is a courier compartment for extra seats. A standard old airliner, and again, looking way up there, we can see the galley on the right, crew rest facilities, in the cockpit way up front there in front of us. Needed to make an emergency escape from up here. We could pull this door up on the floor, jump down the cargo compartment. That's the floor down there about 15 feet away with a truck loaded in there, chained down, you can see. Also, 2 escape hatches overhead up front here. You can see that. I'll look outside later when we get on the ground and we can look out, but there's also a life raft installed that we can shoot out that escape door to float if we need to. Right above it to the right there is ominous looking devices there. There are actually some handles that we could use, to grab a hold of. Supposedly jump out and they'd slowly let us down. I don't think I really want to try that though. I'm going to start taxiing now, so I'm going to go ahead and come up to the front and take some pictures that way. Taxiing out next to that 141 we saw parked earlier. You can see how much higher above the ground we are than he is. I guess we can say goodbye to Westover for now. Let's listen to the crew as he gives his briefing for takeoff.
Flapper track speed is 187. Markers, I've got airspeed, I've got 148, altitude 440 for emergency return for the radial altimeter 200 feet. Departure the way they are now. Departure intentions are going to be going to 3,000 feet. Runway heading, be going vectors to Keene, which is 109.4 VHF navs. I'll tell them here, if we have an emergency, we'll just continue. Get vectors back for an ILS final.
Charlie, Mike, Alpha 9173, heavy is ready for takeoff with Foxtrot.
Alpha 9173, Westover Tower, roger, wind, calm, fly runway heading for vectors, cleared for takeoff.
9173, roger, clear for takeoff.
C5.
Clear for takeoff, life check is complete.
We'll need 3 minutes.
Engine throttles now.
94.9. When you get a chance, squawk 1200. 77 Sierra, this is Waltz for traffic, just lifting off runway 23, initially going southwestbound to C5, heavy climbing to 3,000.
We're looking 77 Sierra.
That's just a small sample of what it takes to get this plane off, taking off over Springfield, Mass here. turn to the left and heading out over the ocean. We'll see you at Torrejon. Truly at Torrejon, yeah, but came back here and sit down and getting ready to read my book for the 7-hour flight. Just looking out the window. Just thought you'd like to see the view from out here, out over the engines. Kind of a cloudy day today. I just thought I'd introduce you to a few of my duties as a pool pilot here. One of the major jobs is programming the airplane's computers. This is Game Boy. Also navigating through the world here. And staying fueled up. You wondered where they got those rubber chickens from. Here it is. You just can't get this anywhere else in the world, you know. That's part of my duties. Of course, sometimes you get a little bit overtaxed and stressed out, so you just have to rack out here in the bunk room. I'll see you when we get to Spain, okay? Oh, yeah, it's nighttime over the Atlantic now. I'm not so sure what it's going to look like when we get down, but anyway, here's the inside of the cockpit at night. All the lights on. The engineer's table, he's busy eating or reading or something like that. I missed a little bit earlier commentary. Looking at the moon there, we could see the reflection of the lights of Madrid overhead. I'm looking at the engineer's panel now. We're going to make our approach into Torrejon now. Just a second. Let's listen up as the crew makes the approach.
UCA Mike Alpha 9173 is level at 5,000. Takeoff on 901.73 heavy total GCA runway 23's in use. When you come, altimeter's 29 or 9 or 8 ident. 2998 Mike Alpha 9173 heavy.
Landing gear. Down. And line up. Autopilot. Cluster position. Non-stall. Flaps and slides. 40% extend. GPS. On. Brake pressure. Checked. 4 inch complete. Thank you.
On course on glide path. Over the approach lights.
Land.
On course on glide path. On glide path and holding at decision height now. On course. Full landing threshold on course very slightly above glide path.
Spoilers. Go about you.
And welcome to Torrejon. Well, we're back airborne again, and just crossed the west coast of Saudi Arabia. Sunrise there, affectionately called the Mac Moon. And you can see the mountains here that's bordering the Red Sea area, going into King Fahd military airport right north of Dhahran. The city of Medina in mostly western Saudi Arabia. There's a few helicopters here at King Fahd, about 400 I think. On the stairs coming out from the cockpit, you can see we're loaded up with helicopters to drop off here to help augment all those that are already here. Loading up all their boxes to carry off here. Raising the visor on the airplane, we've already forward kneeled it and get that front end open up so we can get the helicopters out of it. They're guiding the trucks in to offload one of the pallets. Put palletized material on, we'll see it. No kidding. Here goes one of the helicopters, the first one off the front. Watch the top of it just so it doesn't hit the inside of the airplane. One helicopter done. We got 5 more to go before we finish up from the looking from the backside now. Forward. I'm gonna finish my tour of the airplane. On the back, there's another ladder similar to the cockpit that goes up to the troop compartment. Can't be afraid of heights to get on this airplane. It's going up. Up in the troop, it looks just like kind of like an airplane or a regular airliner. Seats for 74 people. Galley where loadmasters can prepare meals and store things like that. To the left of the galley, on the far aft bulkhead, there's 2 doors, pressure relief doors that go into an empty tail compartment. Open one of these things up, you can see all the way back to the very tail of the airplane. This area is not used for anything. It's just empty space back there. In fact, it's bigger than the cargo compartment of the C-130 used to fly. If you walk back in here, there's a ladder all the way at the back that we can climb up in the tail on. The ladder goes all the way up to the top of the T-tail where we're going to go up and take a view now. Long climb, but I always figured that the view made it worth the effort. Looking forward, you can see the visor open. The first helicopter that we took out. Off the right side of the aircraft is a staging area for where they bring the first helicopters in, put them back together, get them in flying shape. From here, we're about 60 feet above the ground, so it makes for a pretty good view. To the south is the civilian terminal. You can see they've got a mosque built. They claim it's got like 500 pounds of gold covering that thing. Below and behind us is the ALC, which is the Airlift Control Element. It's basically a command post for the area. Looking south along the ramp, you can see all those helicopters that are out here in what is normally the civilian ramp. Quite a few 130s flying out of here also. Some of the other activity going on is obviously other American aircraft busy offloading, like this C-141 taxiing out that was out in front of us. Military is carrying mostly cargo and all the personnel. This is a contract carrier that flies them, and I've seen United, Pan Am, and all those guys. Continental's been over here with a 747. It's the C-5s and the C-141s bring the cargo over here. The palletized stuff and some rolling stock is downloaded. Stick it on a C-130 like this guy, and he takes it around to a lot of the other bases out in the boondocks, dirt fields, and forward places for the Army. As he pulls in, he'll shut down those outboard engines and follow the little follow-me truck into parking space. Looks like the one we just offloaded coming in for landing. I think it's about time to go on back downstairs here. A good vantage point is on the forward hatch right in the cockpit area. Looking back now along the top of the airplane and up there to the top of the T-tail, that's where we were before, taking that view looking out. Down along the right wing, correction, left wing there, putting some fuel in the airplane. Fueling trucks down there. We can put 4 on at a time. We've only got 1 going right now. You can see now we've got 4 of the helicopters off the airplane, and they're bringing the other 2 off. Looking forward here, here's the visor up in front of us. Fantastic view, huh? You can see on a 130 next to us how they offload. Their nose doesn't open up like ours. They just drop a ramp in the back and push things out the back end. We're getting ready to leave King Fahd now. Over here you can see all the 6 of the helicopters that we offloaded. It's amazing that we can fit all those things on. I guess they'll be flying in just a little while. I got a problem with them out here in the desert. The sand is so thick that it erodes the leading edge of those rotor blades. They can only fly them for like 50 hours where they have to change their rotors out. Anyway, say goodbye to this place and let these helicopter jocks stay here for a while. Over central Saudi again now, 31,000 feet. You can see they do have some irrigation, some farming. They got to dig some wells. Looks like out in West Texas. They just dig some wells out there, but you can also see right next to it, there's lots of nothing. Got some red dirt there. We're getting up into the northwest corner. You can see that there's some old volcanic activity that formed this part of the land. This is what I call the Martian portion. I mean, it looks just like Mars. Unbelievably, though, there's actually a town up here, a little settlement stuck up there in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why anybody would live there. About 120 miles are the mountains that are right on the edge of the Red Sea at Wedge. West coast at Wedge, we're going to turn north, go up the Red Sea that we can see here, on up toward the Gulf of Aqaba, heading for the southern tip of the Sinai Peninsula. And north towards Amman, Jordan, Sinai Peninsula. We're about 60 miles south of Cairo, just passing the Nile River. You can see it's rather green on either side of the river being on the right-hand side here. They've got quite a network of canals to irrigate with, but you can also tell that once it stops, it just starts being desert on either side of that. The real fly-by-night outfit, we're in Dhahran here doing a night offload, which is not untypical. It's been unusual to see the daytime lately. A lot of activity at night. You can see a fuel truck is pulled up. He's going to put some gas on us. There's some helicopters out maneuvering in the air. You can see one up in the air, one taxiing in now. All right, we're starting to offload some of the trucks that we brought in here. See him coming down the ramp there. The airplane's forward and out with the ramp down. Some of the fast movers are flying too. Here goes an F-15 taking off. You can see his afterburner glowing there. Here's some different cargo for us. These trucks are from Czechoslovakia. Take these guys to King Abdul tonight when we get there, so you can see our upload here is about 10 of these little Jeeps and big trucks. On the ramp in Dhahran. This is one of the Kuwaiti Air Force A4s. You can see written on the side there. It says Free Kuwait. These guys are out flying every day. Here comes his buddies. Activity on this ramp here, this is the main staging point for most of our flights in. Saudis have these tornadoes based here, and as we saw earlier, the A4s from the Kuwaiti Air Force. The cargo and stuff moving all around the airport. Kuwaiti A4s are getting ready for takeoff. We'll watch that. Here come the Saudi tornadoes. You see that camouflage works real good. Here comes the old Herky Bird taxi in. Downstairs in the cargo is the first time I ever carried anything out of here. We're carrying a bunch of mail back to the States. We normally carry a bunch in. Got the guys in. Back in the back end here. See the American flag just about everywhere over here. From the F-15s, the Americans are flying. One of his buddies landed. Over here in their tent city, they call it bedrock. It's like the Flintstones. Bunch of guys wish they were going home instead of coming over here. Looking the bedrock, boys. The Saudi Arabian F-15s taxiing out. Up the back end and get out of here, then we'll follow it up by closing up the front end. First, you got to close up the loading ramp that we use to drive the stuff up on. It's all the way up and becomes part of the forward part of the airplane after it gets closed. To close the nose on this thing so that, of course, it's aerodynamic. Coming down to the latch position. Now you can see up front to the cockpit area. I know everybody's tired of the landscapes I'm shooting, but just thought over the Red Sea here, looking over to the west towards Egypt. Up there's the Suez Canal, tip of the Sinai Peninsula, Gulf of Aqaba. A little closer up shot of the Sinai with the town of Ras Nasrani down on the tip right down here. Head north now. Across the Mediterranean, this is the northern coast of Egypt, just past El Daba. Strategic location somewhere in Saudi Arabia, inside this tent, all the great decisions are made for the war here. All the great planning goes on. You can tell here's the game board for the work. Yeah, pretty man at the gym. All right. Outdoor activity at night here. Here's our mobile command post here. The guys outside the tent we were just in. Quick view of offloading at night from the aircraft. Might get a better look if we get up closer there. An inside nighttime shot of Hotel C5 there. We're gonna get those trucks off of here in just a second. It wouldn't be complete without a view of our bus and a tour of the base here. It's Navidad. Bus on in, command post. On in, command post. Our favorite command post people here. Merry Christmas! Liven up!
Hey. Christmas, sir.
In the halls are weather people. Weather gods hang out. Hey, we gonna have a white Christmas? Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! No, it's actually going to be a nice cold Christmas.
Look, that's good. Look like they're going home, right?
No.
Uh-oh.
Upper head for it.
I'll phase you out.
Sorry.
Paperwork. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Super secret spy room here. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
All right, that's an intelligent Merry Christmas. We'll see you. Check in at Hotel Torrejon. Friendly hotel staff. Merry Christmas. Your little store, yeah. Guys, Merry Christmas, yeah, all right. These guys kept me fed in Oreos and pretzels. Torrejon's beautiful maids that kept my 10 rooms clean. It's Navidad. Hey, thank you very much. Gracias.
Okay.
The Club de Oficiales, better known as the Officers Club. This summer's where we had the beer tents all set up and some remnants of that. Of course, now it's a little bit colder, so we don't do that inside. Yeah, there it is. 24-hour snack bar with all its grease. Slot machines, and of course, if you couldn't stay out of trouble, this is where they stick you instead of the hotel. Casa de Animales. It wouldn't be a day without a little tour on over to the golf course snack bar, of course. There's some of the more discerning eaters on base.
Are you still here?
Are you
But here we are at King Fahd again. Dick Cheney, Colin Powell just pulled in, and didn't get a picture of me shaking their hands, but of course it paled by comparison with the lunch I had with George and Barbara Bush on Thanksgiving over at Dhahran. Maybe we can see when they're leaving, huh? As you can see, we're having a dust storm here. We're finishing our offload of our airplane. I guess we'll be leaving before Dick and Colin. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas from you. my buddy down here. You work
Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas to the camera. Where are you right now? Where are we? Is this in Spain or France?
Spain.
Spain. You like it here?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Just don't like it.
And now you, sir, do you like it here?
I love it.
You do?
I'll be home for Christmas.
Oh, I'm sick.
Antonio Delta 499, the 23rd of December, departing at 8:45.
Super.
What was that again, Joe?
Take it out of here.
All right.
And this means that this is the flight starts in Charleston, and the X
And
means
it goes
connects.
through. Gotcha. Thank you.
What was that
Let's
thumbs
go
up
home.
again?
Let's go home.
And one more person on Christmas video. Merry Christmas to you.
Feliz Navidad.
Gracias.
Prospero año and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You
You learned pretty quickly, didn't you?
Not much more I can show you over here, so for now, until after Christmas and New Year, signing off, Sonny.